Andy, are you talking?
I'm talking to myself.
Oh, okay. Sometimes you need intelligent conversation.
Oh, no.
You gotta talk to yourself.
Just me. It's just me. Alright.
Nathan will be a little longer, huh? And we are live. Welcome everybody to a special episode of the Duchenne Life. It's today you've got DJ Kimball. We have Lindy Phyllis with us in person, not just in the background. Myself, Ryan Russell, and we have a special guest, Alex James, who is a musician, and I've
Hello.
been listening to some of his music. And, hey, it's great. And we got somebody that's going to be joining us a little bit later. I believe one of your band members, Alex.
Yeah, correct. My drummer,
Okay.
to be precise.
All right. We got the person that's going to keep us on track then, the drummer.
Yes.
All right. Well, you're joining us from, is it Durham?
I'm joining you from Durham in the northeast of England.
All right. Well, welcome.
So all
Over here to the
across the
States.
sea.
That's right. All right. Well,
Across
first,
the
we're
Atlantic.
excited to have you here. Just a little hop over the pond. It's nothing. But well, can you tell us just a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so I am Alex James, but my real name is Alex Kennedy. So as a musician, I come under the name Alex James. I decided this because it's my first and middle name. I'm 25 years old, living with Duchenne muscular dystrophy. I was diagnosed at the age of 4. So I was diagnosed with Duchenne. And obviously this hit my family quite hard, as I imagine all the other families out there. It's hit them quite hard, a diagnosis of Duchenne. But currently I'm a primary school teacher, so I'm specialised in music, but I also teach a range of subjects such as English, maths, science. And on the side, I tend to do my music, so I'm a singer-songwriter, and I'm in an alternative rock band. I've released 2, I'd say quite successful singles. I've been on radio stations, I've been in the newspapers, and yeah, so I'm Alex, and it's nice to meet you all.
Awesome. We've never had a musician on here, at least not a professional musician. Can we call you a professional yet?
I suppose I could
jump-
say that.
Go ahead, Lindy.
I just wanted to jump in and gush a little bit because Alex, your music is like so crazy amazing. I absolutely adore it, and I believe you're going to be playing for us a little bit at the very end. So everybody, hang on
Yes.
and listen.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes. And oh my gosh, I just can't say enough how excited I am that we found you and that you're a part of the Duchenne community and that you're doing this amazing stuff with your life. So thank you for coming.
I'm so happy to be part of the community. Originally I kept away from stuff like this because I didn't want to be reminded of the condition. But I've come to an age now where I really want to connect with other people with the condition. I want to celebrate our differences and how we can make a difference in the world, be that through music, be that through anything that we do. We just want to show people that people with disabilities can still live happy, long lives, if you know what I mean.
Awesome. You came to that realization way younger than I ever did. So awesome. Then I do have to say, Alex, when I read about your music genre, I'm like, oh, this is my genre of music. Then I listened to music. Like, okay, I like this stuff. So I don't know what I thought was your genre, but whatever it is, I like your stuff.
Thank you.
So, when did you start singing? And let me ask, like, about like, when did you start getting voice? Did you ever have voice lessons, things like that?
So my passion for singing began from a very young age. Obviously, to begin with, I would sing quite embarrassingly in my bedroom to Grease the musical, um, on my CD player. So I'd listen to that and dance around the bedroom and obviously be singing. Um, but obviously, I didn't really get singing lessons until after school. I was in a school choir. But when I went to college, so I was about 18. So when I was 18, was it 18? No, I was 16. So when I was 16, I went into college, and did music. I did a full 2 year course in music. And the first year I started on drums. So originally I started out as a drummer. But soon realised that was too tiring to be a rock drummer, because my arms couldn't keep up and I was deteriorating quite fast. So I decided maybe try singing, and I do admit that I wasn't the best singer to begin with, but once I got into it, it went from there. I got some singing lessons, um, and I started singing like musical theatre, jazz, other rock songs, and then from there I kind of developed my style, um, going into university when I was 18. Um, so I continued the singing there for a good 4 years, because I did um, a degree and then I did a master's degree, um, in music. So I had that continuous development, and then just recently, a couple of years ago, I started my band, and then I developed my own style of rock singing. So I just kind of sing everything. I just love singing. It helps, especially with the breathing and stuff. Um, and it does help a lot, with your physical and mental health, stuff like that. So yeah.
Did you have any kind of like what were people's reactions when, like, say you show up at school, wanted to sing, and they're like, you
Yeah.
got a disability, you can't do that, or did you ever have any kind of negative reactions from people, or where they're like, you just see like they don't believe in you, or
I think that came more when I went to college, because the people who I was with, unfortunately, some of them didn't accept me. I felt excluded from everyone. I felt pushed aside. I felt that my talents were being overlooked and I was useless. But then I kind of developed this confidence, from being bullied in the past. I developed a bit of a confidence that I'm just going to do what I want to do, and try and get the best out of this experience and life, because obviously I've got a life limiting condition anyway. So it's a bit like, why should I bother what people are thinking when I can just enjoy myself?
nice. That's that's a great mindset we all need, no matter whether we have a disability or not.
Yeah.
Or
Mhm.
so, does we've talked a lot about on the show about how sometimes like artistic things or expressing things for their art help us to cope with DMD. How does singing help you cope with DMD?
So I think singing helps me cope because it distracts me, from the reality of the condition, and also it helps obviously with the breathing, as I said, and also the physical and mental health. It helps keep me in a good mindset, helps keep me positive, helps keep me motivated, gives me something to do, um, and Yeah, I think music in general just gives the vibe for people a positive like outlook of life, like giving them a boost. Um, and obviously everyone loves music. I don't know anyone who doesn't. But maybe you do like music, maybe you don't. It doesn't really matter as long as you find your thing and it helps you live with this condition. But really, I just live like a normal person, but I've just got Duchenne.
That's right. Do you write your own music?
So yeah, I do write a lot of music. A lot of the tracks on my computer, I've got about hundreds of them that are unwritten, like half written, if that makes sense. Um, but I've got original songs that I do have under my belt. Obviously ready for release in the future. Obviously, I've released my song Direction, which was my first ever debut single. And obviously for the band and I, we also released I Said That You Looked Fine, which was another great song. Obviously about rejection and saying that someone looked fine. It was kind of like one of those moments where you go into a nightclub and you tell someone that they look good or they look pretty or something like that, and then obviously them turning their back on you and kind of not wanting anything to do with you. So my songs do have deep meanings sometimes, um, and personal experiences behind them. But
Nice.
this
So,
recent one, Tell Me, obviously, is probably one of our rockiest songs, and I think people are going to enjoy it a lot.
well, hey, I love it. I'm going to play the heck out of your music on my Twitch stream.
Thank you.
We're going to do that. But which is the bigger, like, artistic release or like coping thing, like the singing or the writing?
So I think the writing really, because the writing's managed to get me a few connections with people. It's helped me to connect with more people with Duchenne. It's helped me to find more people in the community that support one another. It's helped me to find these podcasts that come on, and just talk about life because I just enjoy talking. So I think it's a bit of everything. Everything music I'll talk about.
All right. I think Lindy's going to plug your music a little bit for us here.
Uh-huh.
Well, actually, I had a question. How did you meet your band members? How did that?
So when I'm thinking about my band members, I met two of the band members, so the bass player and the guitar player, I met at um, university. So they were originally on my course, but at different times, if that makes sense. Like, there were students at different times, like different years. But I came into contact with these just looking for a bass player, and the guitar player is actually a busker, so that means they play on the street in Newcastle. So he's well known on the street for his busking and metal guitar playing. So he's quite a heavy metal guitarist, and he's called Liam, and then my bassist is called Chris. And hopefully the guy who's coming on, the drummer, is called Nathan. And yeah, I think he's got a disability himself. So it's good to have an inclusive band environment. But yeah, I met Nathan a long time ago because I went to a performing arts group, and then we kind of got to know each other from there. And then when I put this band together, I contacted him again because obviously I'd left the performing arts group a while ago. And I called him up and said, "Would you like to drum for my band?" And he was like, "Yeah." So we got him over to the rehearsal space, and then we just got rocking.
Awesome.
So I have another question for you.
Okay.
So I follow your page on Facebook. Everybody else should do that too. It seems like y'all perform quite a bit monthly almost. Am I making that up?
Well, we do definitely do plenty of rehearsals. But gigs wise, we've only done the one so far. But we did a debut performance at the NA Volume Bar in Stockton, so that's just in the northeast again. And this was a great experience. It was very new to us, but everyone liked the music, so I'm looking forward to doing some more gigs in the future, especially the fundraiser that's coming up soon.
Boom.
Right. I'll do that end of September.
Yes. So Everybody DJ is going to be having a fundraiser coming up. It was going to be at the end of this month, but we pushed it back to the end of September. And the wonderful Alex James, and I think you're going to have a one or two of your band members, maybe.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. They'll be performing at the fundraiser. So we think he's great. And this is just a little teaser of what he's going to offer for sure. Can you strum just a couple chords real quick?
Yeah, let's see if it works. I'll just make sure it's yeah, okay.
Nice. Now, is that something you've written? Is that from one of your songs?
No, that's from a song that I really like, by Weezer.
Oh, okay.
Say It
I
Ain't
should have.
So. It's quite a good
Okay.
one.
I was like, are we getting a sneak peek of anything? I will ask you to do
I
that.
mean, I could,
Uh,
but I don't
we
think.
won't, yeah, we're not going to do that. We won't make you do that.
No, we'll keep that for the fundraiser. We'll keep that.
Yeah, all right. There we go.
Uh,
Oh, Beverly
Beverly
Hills. You're,
Hills. Yes, I like that
Ooh.
song.
you know, we'll hear it when they make the movie about your career in a few years, you know, like Alex
That would,
James, his
that would be cool.
rise to stardom.
I mean, that would be pretty cool. The Duchenne Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, you know, make a movie about you. You get to pick who you want to have play you, and you know, we'll all pick
Yeah,
who's playing
no one
us.
could blame me.
There we go.
It could be like one of those films, like right far in the future, where it's like the Elvis movie or something.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
And it's just the Duchenne story or something.
yeah. I'm not sure who'll play Lindy. Maybe Scarlett Johansson or
Yeah, I mean,
somebody.
yeah.
You know, maybe I'll have Nicholas. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. Nicholas Cage. There we go. He's in everything, right?
Yeah.
All right. And by the way, everybody, yeah, you know, Alex is on Spotify, so be sure to go check him out. If you have a little bit of trouble finding him, just look at the song Direction, or I Said You Looked Fine. Speaking of looking fine, Alex, I got to say, your guitar is like one of the prettiest colors of blue I've ever seen. It's
Thank you.
like for everybody out there listening to this that can't see it, just picture the most, like the prettiest color blue, just very glossy and shiny, and that's Alex's guitar.
And I've got a Hard Rock Cafe t-shirt on,
Oh, there we go.
because we rock hard rock.
Oh, there.
That was in Edinburgh, so Scotland. I got this one. So I've never been to a Hard Rock actually in America yet, but hopefully I come to America at some point.
Yeah, when you're here getting a Grammy Awards, or we'll have you here.
So Alex, when did you start playing the guitar? I knew you were a singer, but I was blown away when you started playing.
So with guitar, I've only really started a few years ago, really. I had an acoustic guitar in my bedroom for many years, but I never really learned how to play it. So I decided that I would go to a guitar shop and get myself another guitar, which is on the wall behind me. I don't know if you can even see it. I'll have to show that another day, because I don't think I can get it on camera. But it's quite another nice blue. I like my blues. I like blue guitars. So that might be my signature color.
All right.
Even though I like purple, but I don't really want a purple guitar. But
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
just
wear the
like
right
blue
color
guitars.
shirt for you today.
Yeah. But yeah, I've played for about 3 years, and I've just been self-taught. I think I had a few guitar lessons through university, so that was quite helpful. But yeah, for the most part, I only play my own songs. But I do learn a cover here and there. Like I've been learning Master of Puppets by Metallica. That's probably one of the most challenging songs I've tried to learn because I've never played metal in my life. But
DJ is totally grinning at that, Alex.
I have to
You
play it
ever
a
watch?
lot slower than what it is, but I
Oh,
mean, it's fine.
did you ever watch any YouTube videos about play guitar or anything? Just
Oh yeah, I've done plenty of that. Yeah,
okay.
it's just when I'm playing, my wrist does seize up a bit. Because I have to rest my arm on the guitar.
Yeah.
And I'll do it like that. So I'd shake my hand. It's more like a wave. Because usually, I
Yeah.
can't physically do it, but you use your full forearm. But I only use the hand. And same with the wrist. I have the arm of my wheelchair, so I just rest my arm. And my hand literally just does all the things here. Because I rest my thumb on the top. Then I can change chords like that.
There's some adaptive things they have now that basically you move your arm, but it helps you move your arm.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
It'd
yeah,
be
I'm gonna
great to
have
have
to
one of them.
yeah, we're gonna have to work on that. See if we can link you up there.
It might make me like really fast.
Oh,
I'd be
you're gonna be like we have to switch to heavy metal after that.
oh well, I'll be a heavy metal artist before I know it.
Yeah, yeah, there you go.
Well, I love Metallica too, DJ.
So I've got another question, Alex. It's so funny. When I was looking at you, I like didn't even notice the wheelchair until you turned it. And I guess, my brain just might be overlooking that stuff since I've been in the Duchenne community so much. But do you have any challenges using a chair, like getting up on the stage or getting into places, accessibility?
So accessibility is quite good in the UK, but when it comes to music venues, they're not very accessible at all. When it comes to going to watch performances, fine. Sometimes that can be a bit dodgy because you get put to the side or you get put right at the back where you can't see. But with performing, yeah, sometimes it's quite difficult if you don't have a ramp. And it depends on the height of the ramp, all that stuff. So the gig that I did recently, we had like a ramp, and it took about 4 people to get me on the stage because 2 people stood on the ramp and then 2 people pushed me up this really steep ramp.
Oh,
So once I was on the stage, I was fine. I was like, thank God. But yeah, accessibility is a big challenge with like musicians and wheelchairs, and especially electric ones because they can't really lift you, and
yeah.
obviously an electric chair is really heavy.
Yeah.
So where do you go perform? Are you in an electric chair? Or?
Yeah, I have an electric chair, yeah. But hopefully
Well, I
I'm
bet
getting a new one.
Oh, nice.
A new black all-terrain one because I like going on walks. So
Oh, yeah.
I need to be able to move through mud and everything quite easily. But I always have to have someone with me just in case I get stuck. Because the last thing I want to do is get mud-logged wheelchair, and then
That's right.
I'm just trapped.
I bet you that ramp was fun to go down.
Oh, I went down
It's,
backwards. Otherwise, I
I
would
did.
have
Okay,
tipped
yeah,
out.
because that's like, whoa. Man.
I think I would have tipped out if I went forward, because it was like quite steep. I could get a ruler out and measure it, but we don't. We're
Right.
not talking maths today.
Yeah, we'll lose half our viewers if we start talking math. And then we'll gain a few, but, those are the weird people. We're not, I'm kidding. If you love math, we love you, okay? Really,
I think we
Lindy?
got a question from DJ.
Oh, we have a question. Yes. So DJ asked, is there one artist you look up to the most for your style of music?
Oh, so there's quite a few of them, but I do like people like Royal Blood. They're pretty good over here. I listen to Sam Fender. I listen to Metallica, obviously. I'm just naming a few. Weezer, Green Day. I like Fall Out Boy recently. They're quite good. So yeah, I have like obviously the Foo Fighters as well. I like the Foo Fighters. Yeah, I do like a bit of the Pet Shop Boys. I like a bit of them as well. I like Prince as well. He's quite a really interesting artist.
Yeah, that's why you
Who
can't do the
else?
purple guitar.
Yeah,
That's
definitely
Prince's thing.
purple. I'm trying to think what other bands. The Foo Fighters, I've said. um, the Beatles, yeah. So yeah, I don't think there's really one artist that I look up to the most. I think it's just a selection of everything.
You like a lot of the artists that we grew up with,
But I definitely
Green
like
Day.
artists that do a lot of oh, like lots of O's and R's and E's and Oo's, like the Beatles. I like
I was good.
all of that. So in my
Okay,
songs, you'll hear that all the time. Just oh, well, it doesn't sound like that, but I mean, you have to listen to the song to get it.
okay. I started to wonder if you're going to say Hanson.
Yeah.
Wow. I was getting a little worried there. I was like, oh, we had in this trio. Kid, all you Hanson fans, I'm kidding. I love Bop. The lyrics are just astounding.
Yeah, Black Sabbath, I like them too.
But play a little Black Sabbath or okay, or whatever you want to play.
I don't know how to play Black Sabbath.
How
I know some of them, but I've been practicing a little bit, but I don't think I could pull it off right now.
about the Green Day? Could you play the Green Day or I know you play some Weezer.
I know I can play it easy, yeah. As I say, I've only really learned my own songs.
Well, that's cool though. How many of us can say we've learned our own songs?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I don't have my own song. Well, I wrote one once. Somebody helped me write it.
I think I'll probably sing my debut single once we've got to the end.
Oh, okay, we're done. We're ready. No, we're not ready yet, but okay.
No.
Lindy has something to.
We're getting keen.
So this is just crazy. It cracks me up because as these two gentlemen here know, I do not have a musical bone in my body. But for those who do, whether you've got a disability or not, you can still make it happen. And I think that's just amazing and incredible, particularly since, you taught yourself and you got this crazy, incredible voice and you're able to do it through Duchenne. That's just
Yeah.
my 2 cents.
Alex, I do kind of have a hard question to answer.
Okay.
That, as we all know, Duchenne progresses. Eventually we can't do stuff that we are going to be able to do. I think you've already talked about, like, have you noticed that already? That things are get harder or
Yeah, things are definitely getting harder. Obviously quite slowly, but still quite noticeable. Obviously I have to cut back a bit with what I do, so kind of I stopped playing drums because the condition had progressed that far, but I think at the moment I think I'm kind of still comfortable with singing. Singing's obviously I'm hoping I'll have all my life, but obviously something like playing guitar, I'm aware that it might not be something that I have in the future, so really just rock out now and then you've done it, really, because if you've done something then you've done it. You can say I've done that.
yeah, you can still
What
sing
next?
even if you can't play the guitar.
What next? I could have robotic arms.
Yeah.
We don't
But
know.
you're gonna hit it so big you'll be able to play like hire 10 guitar players. You won't need to play.
Yeah,
And
I'll get someone else to play it for me.
there you go. Now I'm not gonna call myself a singer, but I like to sing. I used to sing pretty well.
Good.
Then I had like a surgery, it messed up my breathing, and so for years I didn't sing anymore. I couldn't. It's hard to
Yeah.
sing with this thing that I wear.
Right.
But I decided to try to take voice lessons. I've been taking voice lessons like for 4 or 5 months.
Cool.
And even though I can't sing like I used to,
Yeah.
I've been able to relearn a way to sing.
Yeah.
I can sing this. So that's one thing, like even if your breathing changes, you don't need to be afraid of that. You just
There's still
find
a
a
way.
different way to do it.
Yeah. I definitely agree. There's always a way to make these things happen as best we can. And if not, I suppose it doesn't really matter. Just find what you like.
Wendy?
So pardon me. Something I've really been interested in a long time is the different ways that people are accepted in different countries with their disabilities. Do you have any insight with you and Nathan, particularly, I guess, in the music world? It seems like the music world is a little bit more accepting of differences.
Yes.
Do you feel like it's fairly easy to fit in, or are you still kind of? I know one of your goals with your band is really kind of breaking through some stereotypes, but is it easier or harder than you expected?
A lot harder. I think it's genuinely quite hard because people aren't used to seeing it, so we haven't been able to manage and secure gigs as much easy as I'd be able to, because obviously I require support, so I need someone to go with me, someone to set everything up, someone to be available on that date to take me to that place, because obviously I managed to get my own wheelchair funded vehicle, which took a lot of cases to try and get it for myself, but obviously I did manage. So there is ways to get yourself a wheelchair vehicle, but in the UK, obviously, I think it's a bit easier because there's funding available for wheelchair vehicles and stuff. So because obviously it's just different in each country, isn't it? You know what I mean? But yeah, I require someone to get me around and stuff, so it's quite hard to get gigs. It's quite hard to fit in because you're different.
Have you ever tried to get on like Britain's Got Talent or any of the music talent shows?
So I think talking about the talent shows in themselves, I'm not a big fan of it. I don't believe in them trying to sell your story in the way that they want. You don't really have control over how you sell your story, so it's kind of doesn't come across the way you want it. So I've just stayed clear of them.
Okay, I was gonna say, because if you want on there, we're gonna like start a whole campaign. We're gonna, but yeah, you don't want people like feeling sorry for you. They tell you
I don't want
sad
sympathy.
story, and
I prefer empathy where people actually understand.
DJ said they own artists for a long time. I guess you have to sign a contract, and
yeah, you have to sign a contract, and then they have control over you, and I don't like that. I don't like having people control me.
Well, your stuff's good enough and different enough from other stuff that I don't think you really need one of those. We're just gonna start playing you enough. Like when I start playing you on my Twitch channel, I'm gonna have like 1 million followers in no time.
Awesome.
Like they'll just go there to hear your music. And I'll send them to you too. Don't worry.
Yeah.
All right, Lindy.
Yeah.
DJ said at least.
Say again.
DJ said at least 1 million. So.
Oh yeah, at least. Plus, between that and family, friends, and Duchenne, I mean, you'll be a superstar soon enough.
Yeah, they're gonna be like Elvis. Who? Elvis Presley. Who's that? Oh, you mean Alex James? Yeah, I know him.
We know that guy. We know that guy.
Yeah, we're best friends.
Cool. Yeah, man.
Okay, so we actually a couple weeks ago had our Duchenne life was about dating, and we were talking quite a bit
Oh.
about just kind of leading with your best foot forward, and maybe not talking about the disability so much at the front, and just kind of getting people to know you.
Yeah.
Have y'all that reminded me of kind of like the music scene. Can you just like send in a recording of something and get them hooked? Or I have minimal knowledge about how it all works, I have to be honest.
Yeah,
But
so
like
I think
talk to me about that.
mostly comes from so really sending stuff through email. So if you're trying to connect with people, trying to connect with others, you're really just emailing all these different people, promoters, blogs, reviewers, everything like that. But it is quite a hard experience, because back in the day you just send in a CD and they'd look at it and stuff like that. But now there's all these different things like SoundCloud and Spotify, Apple Music, just everything. But yeah, when you're self-promoting your music, it's really hard to get to people. Even people you know, because they need to be drawn in somehow. You need to attract their attention. And what I've been doing is kind of sharing like pictures and stuff and sharing the artwork, which I think I've fully revealed today. So if you want to go and check that out, that's on my page.
And what's
Guys,
your website?
I think I have a link tree, I think and then it's got like the different links and stuff.
You do. Let's see what's your link tree. Just so we can. Well, I guess we'll have it in the.
Yeah.
We'll link it. But I was thinking for everybody that's listening, you can't see you.
Yeah, I'll put it in the Facebook chat. And I have to
All
tell
right.
you guys, Alex is such a tease. He revealed one little square of the artwork a day at a time. Such suspense. But it was fun. It was fun.
So speaking of dating, do you date or?
I mean, yeah.
Because like, dude, if I could play the guitar, I think I would have been married like 10 times by now.
Well, I just enjoy meeting different people. In truth's honest, I just go out and meet people, have a laugh, and enjoy it.
You play guitar.
Well,
Like
I wish
if
I
I
could
could
just
play
take it anywhere, but when I meet people initially, they don't know anything about me. They just assume he's in a wheelchair, he does nothing, he must be completely unable to do anything. Because in their eyes, I'm just a person in a wheelchair. So I have to tell them what I do, for them to see that I actually do stuff with my life. I am actually interested in.
Yeah, but I can play guitar. I just carry it everywhere with me. I'm like,
I could just take it with me everywhere, and then people
yeah,
would know.
like always be something to talk about. Like, hey, dude, did you know there's a guitar in your lap?
No, man, it's just here all the time.
Yeah, did you know there's a guitar strapped around? Is it attached?
It looks like it. I have to have it strapped, otherwise it falls off me.
Yeah. Well, we're kind of delaying a little bit, waiting, hoping that things work out so we can get Nathan on here. But I do have to say I had to laugh when you talked about releasing a CD
Yeah,
because I remember people like would send in their cassette tape,
yeah.
or and I'm not as old as Lindy or DJ. I'm kidding. Lindy's like barely a few years older than you, but DJ and I are old men. Like DJ's day, I think it was a record, right? DJ? I'm kidding. I just turned 40, so I got it. It's terrible. Oh, okay. So for everybody, so how do you make money with music? Like, do you make money off of Spotify with your music? I'm just curious.
Oh, well, you don't make much at all.
Oh, okay.
If you're doing music, you're not going to get much unless you're the biggest artist in the world, and even they don't get the right pay through
I mean, can we
these
go
streams.
and just put your song on repeat and
If
just
we did that, that would
play it?
just generate some, I guess, maybe
All right. You hear that, everybody?
£100 by the end of the year.
Just go on there and let's see. Let's go on there and play direction like
A
on
million
repeat
times.
just all day
I mean, I am
when you're
trying
at
to get that
work.
to 1,000 streams, so it needs 40 more streams, I think, and then it'll be in 1,000, and it'll look nice on my Spotify.
Okay, now what
It's all about
exactly is it?
looking nice for me.
Okay, so 40 streams, like 40 different playlists, or
Just 40 people need to play it.
oh, 40 people need to play it.
Or the same person listens to it 40 times.
All right, well, okay, let me let's hope it works if it's on mute. I'm kidding. You know, like I'll start playing it right now. All right, well, we'll do that. We'll start playing it. Go play it on every stream I do. Yeah, DJ said we could get you there.
How long have we been on for? For an
Uh,
hour.
Getting close. I don't know if they'll still try to wait for Nathan.
Yeah.
But, you know, stuff happens. We all understand that. It just means we might have to have you guys on again.
Yeah, of
Like,
course, we'll come
once
back
you
on anytime.
release your new single, and
Yeah. Don't know if
Lindy,
you
I
want me
just
to. Don't know if you
what?
want me to play the debut single, direction.
Oh, I was just going to mention to Lindy. You know, Lindy, maybe we could get like a song that we play at the beginning of every one of these episodes. Maybe we can find some nice musician that would write a little something for us.
Yeah, a
Oh
nice
yeah,
one who
we
lives
could have
over the
like a
pond.
starting Duchenne life.
That voice, it's amazing. It's so beautiful. Oh, I had a great question for you. Oh, yeah. Standard, typical. What would you recommend to younger guys, or even guys your age or older, and girls in the Duchenne community who are looking for a way to kind of cope and deal with all this? Like, give us some inspiration, give us some insight, tell us that music is possible.
Well, I think that music is possible for everyone. I mean, you don't have to play a guitar. You could play a little keyboard. You could sing. You could play a little drum. You could try piano, because obviously it depends on, because everyone with Duchenne is so unique. Everyone has different abilities, but there's lots of ways to play music without even using your hands. So using your eyes. There's like groups in the UK that do lots of work with like children and young people who use like their eyes just to control like sounds and stuff. So that's quite a cool thing you can do. There's lots of adaptive things to try and get you into the music and stuff. But yeah, I think it's like an eye gaze thing. You just look at the different things and then it operates the computer.
Oh, it makes the different sounds or the keys,
Yeah.
notes.
So you could make a whole like DJ set on with just using your eyes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it sounds like maybe y'all need to work on a duet for the fundraiser. That would be fantastic.
Yes.
Jay could get some of his Metallica going. Eye chords. DJ just
cool.
put in the chat. He knows of one eye gaze software. It's called eye chords. That's cool. That's cool. Did you struggle a lot with you know, it's funny, whenever I talk with different individuals with Duchenne, some people just kind of take it in stride, like our wonderful DJ here, and some people really just kind of struggle with it, and it's hard. Where did you fall kind of in between? that spectrum?
So I think I kind of just, when I was younger, I did deal with like accepting the condition. And obviously I'm stuttering a bit because obviously it's quite emotional to talk about. But just when you're younger, you try and forget that you have it. So I still had, obviously, people could see I had it, and I think sometimes people would remind me of it, and I get really upset, or people would call me like stuff like penguin, or something really stupid like that, because of the waddling gait that people with Duchenne have. But obviously they didn't know what Duchenne was, and I didn't want to tell them what Duchenne was. But I think if schools did ensure that children knew what it was, which I would have done as a teacher myself, because it just makes sense for everyone in the class to know. Well, obviously, if the child wants them to know, because I think I was a bit funny with that as well. So I think I just kind of, when I grew up, I just kind of starting to not care as much anymore. Not caring what people think, but obviously it's a journey. So I still struggle a little bit. We all do. Even as normal people, not normal, but like just know people without Duchenne. Everyone has issues, and it's just an up and down roller coaster, hoping for a good life kind of thing. So I just do this, enjoy myself, meet new people, play music to them, make them happy, and so forth.
You said, I believe that is one aspect that your teaching does by letting your students see that you're no different.
Yes.
Now, did you have people, everybody gets this. They were like, thought it was silly for you to go into music, or they tried to tell you what you should study or do?
I don't think anyone ever questioned what I wanted to do. Because of my condition, I think my whole family were quite supportive um, of the whole music thing, and they said just go for it, see what happens, and yeah.
All right, awesome. Well, Alex, we're gonna have to get Nathan on another time.
Yeah.
I mean, and hopefully we'll see all of you guys at that fundraiser at the end of September. Um, you know, and for
Yeah.
everybody, we're gonna end it here, but we're going to Alex is gonna like play a song for us as we go out. But we
Yeah.
just want to thank everybody that's been here for watching us, that's listening in the future on your podcast. Remember, go on to Spotify, look up Alex James Song Direction, and just play that thing all day, every day. All right. And we thank you. And with that, Alex, let's close off with great music.
So hopefully this goes to plan, but if it doesn't, I've played it anywhere. You should be able to hear me, but it might not sound as balanced as I want it to be, but might get better. Right, here we go. This is Direction, acoustic version. Tell me that you want me. Tell me that you need me. I'm finally on my way to the next stop now. Tell me that you want me. Tell me that you need me. I'm headed to the top now. I'm headed to the top now. I'm headed to the top now. We know now that I'm headed in another direction now. We know now that I'm set on a new destination now. I'm headed in a better direction, you know. Tell me that you want me. Tell me that you need me. Oh, tell me I made no mistake. Oh, playing this song tonight. Tell me that you want me. Show me that you need me. I'm headed to the top now. I'm headed to the top now. We know now that I'm headed in another direction now. We know now that I'm set on a new destination now. I'm headed in a better direction, you know. Another direction now. Another direction now. Another direction now. Another direction now. 1, 2, 3, 4. We know now that I'm headed in another direction now. We know now that I'm set on a new destination now. I'm headed in a better direction, you know. We know now that I'm headed in another direction now. We know now that I'm set on a new destination now. I'm headed in a better direction, you know. Another direction, you know. Another direction, you know. Another direction, you know. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Alex.
You're very welcome, and it's been a pleasure
Mm.
being on with you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, we're heading out. Man, I'm gonna go turn on your music right now. It just gets me going. It's awesome. Thank you. We'll see
Thank
you
you.
soon.
Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.